Okay. Hello guys, my name is Yumi and welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to talk about my favorite horror mangas. This will be a two-part video. This video is more on the gore mangas, and the next video is more on the psychological fear mangas. Mangas that will haunt you while you sleep, those types of mangas. So yeah, if ever I'm looking down here, it's because my laptop is down here. The first one is Dechu by Tota Kitagawa and Mikoto Yamaguchi. It's it's a video streaming site like YouTube, but with macabre contents. Am I saying it right? Google says it's macabre, so yeah. So, the more graphic your videos are, the more views you'll get. So, the story circles with Tomohiro Machiya. He's in the film research club, and Mai Mashiro is this girl he really likes, and she will be the star of his videos. So, that tube is a really good gore manga in my opinion. The next one is Ajin by Gamon Sakurai and Tsuina Miura. It features these Ajin or demi-humans, and it's like superpowers gone bad, gone wrong. This is in the story of Kei Nagai and his traffic accident that the government forced the label Ajin to him, so he's on the run and he meets this Ajin group, and yeah, all hell breaks loose. It's a good action manga. So most of these are good action mangas. Some are very good psychological mangas. The next example of a very good psychological manga for me is Kamisama no Iotori, or As the Gods Will. It focuses on, if I remember, this focuses on 6 individuals. The main character is Takahata Shun, and there's this Daruma that would force them to play children's game with very deadly consequences. I remember the first game was Daruma ga Koronida, which means that nobody moves when Daruma is looking at you. It's like this Mickey Mouse games we play when we were young. But the consequence of this game is when Daruma sees you moving, you will die. You will explode or something. I remember that was the first game in the manga. I really love this manga because, I don't know, it's a combination of wit and gore and just a nice horror psychological manga ride that I like. So yeah. The next one is Fukushuu Kyoushitsu. This manga, I've just started reading this yesterday and I finished it in one day. It's a story of revenge by Ayana Fujisawa. It follows her story, how she does her revenge. I just like it. I really love it. Yeah, yesterday I was raving about it. This one is written by Karazu Yamazaki and Ryu Kaname, and yeah. So let's proceed to the next manga. Oh, this one is a classic favorite. This has been in my favorites, in my horror manga favorites for the last 6 years, I guess. Yeah, I think it's 6 years because I watched it in second year high school. Yeah. It's entitled Umineko no Naku Kori Ni, or When the Seagulls Cry. It follows the story secluded island in Rokkenjima and the Oshiro Miya family and the gore things that happens to them, and it's under a time loop. So every gore thing that happened in the first adaptation series happens to the next, until they uncovered why all this gore and murderous and very weird things are happening to their family and to their butlers. I love this because this is a witch-focused horror manga or horror anime. I don't know. I prefer watching the anime first than reading the manga because there are a lot of things in the mangas that would make sense after. This manga has a twin. It's Higurashi no Naku Kori Ni. It's also a time loop, but this doesn't focus in one family. It focuses in one town in Hinamizawa, and this town is also under a time loop. It's controlled by these little twin sisters. Yeah, the time loop is controlled by the little twin sisters, but not the first sisters that you'll meet. That's the spoiler I give, and it's really, really, really well crafted psychological time loop. So yeah, it's one of my all-standing favorite. So the next one is something I've watched last year. It's entitled Chic. Chic is like a zombie in Japanese, but this manga is not zombie, it's vampire focused. Vampire and werewolves and the return of the dead kind of thing. And it also happens in this secluded town called Sotoba, and how this undead thing happens to their town and how the undead slowly but surely populated the whole town and kills everybody off. Yeah, that's the story of the manga, and just the ride of it is just really fun, and I like how the story progresses. And yeah, and the next one by Lin Okamoto is another 6 years or 7 years. I think this is 7 years. I've watched this before. Higurashi and Umineko is Elfen Lied. It's a story of this special breed humans named Beclonius, and they're like weapons of mass destruction in robot human forms. And this follows the story of Lucy, who escaped the government and met this boy named Kota and Yuka. She stumbles upon these two college cousins, Kota and Yuka, and this is their story of how they escaped the government or how they destroy the world. So this is like one of my first anime gores. Then I fell in love with the genre and been watching it ever since. The next one is another classic. It's Battle Royale. I can't speak. It's Battle Royale by Masayuki Taguchi. It's a story of every year a random class gets chosen and they live in this island where everybody gets killed. And it's like Hunger Games but better. The next, or I think the last one, is Miso by Rensuke Oshikiri, which is another revenge story, this time by Haruka, and it's another revenge story. Revenge stories are fun because the plot is really gripping and the characters' backstories are almost always showed. And one thing I really like about revenge stories are these character arcs where people show the backstories of each of these characters. Okay, so I got cut off, so my camera memory is full, so I guess I'll end the video here. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. The next video would be another horror recommendations for the Halloween seasons, more on the psychological horrors that I like. And spoiler alert, it would be mostly Junjo Ito. So I guess I'll see you next week. TTFN, tata for now. Bye!